The merquette, the rule, and the attached plumb line were mainly used for the observation of stars and to determine the hour at night. To tell daylight hours, the Egyptians used a simple wooden or ivory rule with a vertical edge and a plumb line. They determined what hour it was according to the length of the shadow. On some instruments, the shadow was made to fall on an inclined surface. The Egyptians also used instruments for observing the direction of shadows. These were real sundials. For telling time, day or night, water clocks were used. Such instruments were decorated with drawings of stars and constellations along with written text on the rims. The Egyptians showed a constant concern for precision in their astronomical observations, a tendency that enabled them to orientate their funerary and religious monuments in an astonishingly accurately manner. Before the Greeks invaded their country, Egyptians cared little for astrology. What they were interested in was to monitor the passage of hours and to mark out exact orientations for their sacred buildings so that they could perform their ceremonial rituals correctly in their encounter with the immensity of an open universe, which to them meant the cosmic order, itself the perfect chart. Any activity programmed to harmonize with such a chart would have to be abundantly effective and efficient. Peret Heru Renpet, the coming forth of the days in the year. The calendar, which hangs in our homes, be it Gregorian or Julian, are based upon concepts which was invented by Africans, Kemites, more than 10,000 years ago. The Kemites of the happy Nile Valley were the first people that we know of to understand and employ a serious method of timekeeping. The calendar in our homes, on our walls, is no longer the same as the one the Kemites invented. It is a changed version that no longer represents the original Kemetic astronomical and mathematical plan. More importantly, it does not represent Kemetic or African culture in any way. The Kemites invented an amazing astronomical and mathematically accurate calendar. Their calendar incorporated and recorded several different cycles. The primary solar cycle observed by the Kemites was the daily cycle of Ra, the sun, appearing in the eastern horizon each morning, traveling across the sky in the daytime, reaching its high point at noon, and setting in the western horizon in the evening. They envisioned the human life cycle as being the same as that of Ra. The people of Kemet gave praises to Ra every day for its life-giving energy. The original astronomical cycle upon which the Kemetic calendar is based are the following. Number 1, the sun's solar cycle based on the yearly revolution of the earth around the sun. 2, the star septet cycle based on elapsed time measured by the passage of the star septet returning to the same point each year just before sunrise. This is called a heliacal rising. Agricultural cycle based on the annual flooding of the happy Itaru or Nile River. Number 4, a sun-lunar cycle based on the rotation of the Earth's moon. Number 5, the precession of the equinox cycle. Winwet. Winwet is a collective. It represented a group of priests. The duties of these priests were to watch the night skies and record the movement of the stars. They were called hour watchers. An individual priest was called Winweti. Winweti is a Nesby adjective, and it means one who watches the stars, or an hour watcher. Another word for these ancient priest astronomers was Emi-Winwat. This is a compound word. The prefix of this word, Emi, is also a Nesby adjective, which is formed by adding the letter Y to this preposition. And it translates as one who is of the hour, an hour watcher. The root of both words is Winwet, which represent a division of time. The people of Kemet were first to divide the day into 12 equal parts. They defined the night hours first. The priest's job was to watch the stars at night, to record the cycle of the stars. This is how the people kept time in Kemet. Because of our focus on abstractions with the sky, we fail to see the importance of the practical accomplishments of ancient Kemet, the invention of time, and the calendar.